What is going on, Top Shot people? This is Eric. My Top Shot name is Nifty Sports. That's NFTY Sports. Back with another video. I am super excited to give you this video here. What I'm going to be talking about in this one is a request from some of you all. And I'm going to be talking about how I built my account from a negative 50% ROI to a 10% positive in the green ROI in the past 2 months, basically only using Dapper, selling moments that I have on hand, buying better moments, trading up into rarer moments, and then watching my account value grow from there. As you can see, here's the chart of my account. I really haven't put hardly any money into Dapper at all, maybe a couple $100 into Dapper, like literally probably $200 to $300 into Dapper since like let me see here, like June 23rd or so, back when my account value was at 12,000, and now it is at 24,385 according to Own the Moment, or 25,410 according to Moment Rank. So before I get started, I will say this: I don't want a lot of you to look into this video and say, "Hey, Eric, you're working with bigger dollars here. Like that's why you're able to do it." It's fine. I get where you're coming from on that. A lot of people on this channel, my whole goal is to help both the new collector and the rare collector as well. So because of that, I've highlighted some moments that are more common moments that I think all of these concepts that I've been working with apply, right? I'm talking moments that are under $100 that I'm going to show specific examples of that have more than doubled in the past 20 days. So it's about, making smart buys out there. It's about timing the market, a little bit of luck, selling moments and moving into rarer moments is what I've been doing. So I'm going to get into all of this right now, and let me know what you think in the comments section. Please like and subscribe subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. I talk about all Top Shot stuff here, and I put out videos a few times per week. So let's get right into it. I built this spreadsheet, right? And here's my main spreadsheet that I use. I geek out on Top Shot, right? I treat it like a business. So as soon as I started in Top Shot, I started writing down every single transaction line by line, when I bought, when I sold, and they're all right here. The exact number of the moment, as you can see, it goes all the way back to like March 1st is when I made my first purchase. There are hundreds of transactions on here, down to 350 transactions up to my most recent one. So I made a special chart called my big moves chart over the past, basically since I did the LeBron MGLE challenge, to show you what I've done only using Dapper to build basically double my account value. So the LeBrons were a huge part of it, which you'll see in this video, but there's also some other stuff like, this Devin Booker, and then there were 4 that shot up significantly. The Ja Morant throwdown I bought for 115, and even the common moments, the common reward playoff moments that I've been talking about and saying that there's such good moments. I made a video on that as well. Those have gone up significantly as well. I bought these for 66 and 68 bucks on 31st, so about 23 days ago, and now they're almost double, 119, 112. The Trae Young one that I bought at 120 is up to 205. A Draymond Green base set, less than 200 bucks. I bought it for 180. It's up to 250 now. So stuff that's kind of like mid-tier. And like I said, the concepts apply to all. My thing is I like to sell moments and then consolidate into more rare moments that are gonna, in my opinion, hold the test of time a little bit better than common tier moments in series 2. So I'm going to go over specific examples of how I've done it in my collection. I hope you like it. Again, subscribe and let me know what you think. If you're done here, I'm doing a giveaway tomorrow. You have to check out my last video. I'm giving away Emmanuel Quickly rookie common moment, as well as a Kyrie Irving common moment as well. So I'm excited for that. I'll give it away tomorrow afternoon. All right, let's take a look here. I'll get back to that chart later, but the first moment that I wanted to take a look at was this LeBron James MGLE moment that I did, right? I made out a chart. It's going for 4,050 is the lowest ask now. I completed this challenge for, this is the section for LeBron S2 right here, okay? So these are all the moments. I've sold 3 of them at heavy losses. I just sold Sadiq Bey to pick up, make another dapper move today that I'll talk about later on in this video. I took a little bit of a loss on Sadiq. I sold Horton Tucker and Williams at huge losses. I wanted to get rid of Tucker. I didn't know if he was going to stay on the Lakers or not. So I was building up dapper to get other things at that point, like I believe the Devin Booker, and then there were 4 moment. But anyways, in terms of my LeBron James ROI to date, it's a 30% return on investment. Okay. I spent $3,664 to complete that. The total value of the current moments that I still hold in my collection from that challenge is 4,797. And that's of course, including the big one, this 4,050 LeBron James, right? So I have a column here. I call it unrealized gain or loss. I take the current market price and then I have the sales price, right? If I've sold it, it's booked under profit and loss. So I know it's a confusing spreadsheet, but it makes sense to me. Do something that makes sense for you on your own so that you can kind of keep track of everything. But here's really what it tells me here. Basically in the past, like I said, 2 months, I've booked $2,444 worth of profit in Dapper. And I've used that to buy other moments that I still hold in my collection that have gained 7,193. So obviously this doesn't account for the whole entire picture of that $12,000 gain that I've had. There's smaller moments that I own that have also rised with the tide of the Top Shot market. So I just wanted to point out the main ones here in this video. And obviously the first one again is the LeBron James MGLE. I completed it for 3,600. That moment alone is 4,050 right now. It was down at like 1,500 or 1,600 at one point. So that would have been a huge snag, huge buy, even better ROI than completing the challenge itself. So if you bought that when it was that low, good for you. Congratulations. That was an epic buy. So the next one here is the DeAndre Ayton. I made another video about this one also. I believe that one was called the best advice that I can give on NBA Top Shot. If you want to check that one out, it was a big market alert. And I realized that it was kind of, the off season, dip that I was thinking was going to happen. I was starting to realize that I didn't think it was going to actually come around. Right. And I was trying to recognize where the floor was and just make solid buys and more rare buys. So this one I thought was just such a historic moment. I picked this one up. It's going for 1,200 now. I picked this one up on less than a month ago, July 29th, for $316. That includes the Dapper fee. So I want to say I got that one for basically like 300 even, plus that 5% Dapper. 316 has turned into 1,200. But I'm keeping this one in my collection. I want this one for the long haul. I think it's historic. And there are only 388 ever minted of this moment. So I'm keeping that one. I'll move on to the next one. We got the LeBron James Western Conference Finals. And this one is amazing, right? I bought this one for 1,700. Okay. It's gone up so significantly. LeBron James Western Conference Finals, I bought for 1,700. So I've made about $2,500 on it since the 26th of July. Now, here's the thing, right? I sold my LaMelo Ball Cool Cat, my Luka Cool Cats, and I basically got out of Cool Cats. I thought that Cool Cats was going to drop after the LaMelo MGLE came out, which it did. It dropped significantly. It went from like 1,400 to like 900 at one point, or even 800 something. So it took a huge dip. I could have bought back in, and I probably should have, because look where it's at now. It's insane. But the reason I did it is because I believe in this LeBron moment long-term at, a 999 mint count where they're burning probably half of those moments. So it's going to be super rare. And it's just an epic moment. Alley-oop. They do the slowdown. They do like a different filter right here. If you take a look at it, watch the next frame on it here. There we go. That little filter with the slow-mo, that doesn't really happen often in that first in series one, right? So it's just one of the best moments to own for me. But I believed in it long-term more than I thought that the Cool Cats LaMelo was going to hold value, right? There's 2,700 of those. And I think over time, like LeBron James is the sure bet. I know LaMelo is just the, you know, the crazy superstar young guy to own right now. And I think he'll have a great career, but I went for the sure thing and I don't regret it. Yeah, maybe I could have bought in the LaMelo again, but like I said, I'm not really using Dapper right now because, you know, I don't want to add any more out-of-pocket money into Top Shot quite at this moment. I invested and learned some hard lessons early on, getting in during the bubble. And now I'm going to, you know, kind of build my collection comfortably and hopefully trade into rare moments. Like I'll show you two more that I did just the past 2 days that have been epic so far. Yeah, and that's my strategy. So going into the next one is this JAYSON Tatum. I saw it for 450. I picked it up. It was a total of 470. And this was done on the Tatum 473, including the Dapper 5% fee. I did this on August 4th, so 2 weeks ago, and it's gone up $331 in value. That's a huge part of my gains. We got the Devin Booker that I bought yesterday. I had my eye on this one. I sold my Michael Porter Jr. and Hollow Icon Series 2 to get this one. And the reason behind that, it was tough for me to get rid of that Michael Porter Jr., right? I sold it for $1,099. So I had to sell a couple things to pick up this Devin Booker at a price of $1,325. So I sold a couple moments to get to this one. But Booker is just one of my favorite players. This is his first ever moment in the NBA Finals. There's only 120 of these minted. They do the slow motion, different filter on this one too. He just is doing work. He drops 40 points this game. So I went with this one instead of just the regular Hollow Icon Series 2 Michael Porter Jr. And that was Michael Porter Jr.'s. It was his very first legendary moment. And he has a lot of potential. So I'm hoping that whoever bought that moment is going to see a very big upside on that moment too, and that it just continues to do well. But I'm definitely happy with the trade-off that I did on this legendary. So next we go into my most recent purchase, and I will break down everything as to why I did this, right? This was the Donovan Mitchell. I picked this up for $1,890 today. There was one going for $1,800 that I really wanted, and it sold this morning. So I had to kind of go into sell mode and make some things happen to pick this moment up. I bought this because it's so epic. It's Donovan Mitchell swatting LeBron at Staples Center with the packed crowd, then going down the floor and then getting an absolute slam, and the ball bounces off of his knee and hits somebody. It's minted out of $299. It's his Top Shot debut. There's a common moment of this for, I believe, like 1,400 mint count, and then only one other legendary, right? So there's a legendary, I don't know if it's the Cosmic or the Hollow MMXX, but there's only one tier above this moment. So 50 moments that are more rare than this one. And I didn't want to lose out on this moment forever, right? So if you go at the current listings, I bought it for $1,800. Sorry, $1,890. The next one was going for $2,000. So I knew it was going to bump up immediately. And then once this one sells right here, it's at $2,500, $2,600. So I didn't want this thing to go out of reach for me. I mean, it's a moment that I really wanted. Mitchell is a superstar. He's young. I think this only goes up with time if he continues to grow in the league, and it goes up significantly. I couldn't let this one get out of reach. So I ended up selling a handful of moments on to get this, and I sold all of them for the most part at a profit. I sold the Sadiq Bey to get $379. I sold this Patrick Williams at a $40 loss. Okay, I already made that up just by buying this one because it jumped from, it jumped 110 bucks on the buy. So I made a small loss on that one for $40. I sold my Patrick Williams MGLE. I made 25 bucks on that. Let me see here. What else did I sell to get that one? I sold a Jason Tatum for, let me look at my account. I sold a Jason Tatum for $615. Okay. And then I'll tell you the other couple pieces that I made. I was able to hold on to my Obi Toppin MGLE challenge reward moment that I bought. That one's big up right now. I was going to sell that to get it done, but I decided not to. Oh, I sold my Ja Morant throwdown that I bought for, I believe, 112 bucks, and now it's at, I sold it for 188. Yeah, the Patrick Williams and the Sadiq Bey, basically. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moments right here, I was able to trade. I actually had to put 140 into Dapper for this one. So that was like a very rare time for me where I put my own money back into Dapper so that I can, get this moment before it sold off. I really wanted to buy it and I did not want to get sniped before. So I got the Sadiq Bey, Patrick Williams rookies, Jason Tatum MGLE Series 2. I sold the Patrick Williams 3 Badger, and I sold the Ja Morant Throwdown Series 2 to get this Donovan Mitchell, and I think it's worth it. I think it's 100% worth it. You bet on the sure thing. Mitchell's still young and he's got a long career ahead of him, but Williams and Sadiq Bey are only rookies and they have a lot of upside. If they have a down year next year, maybe I can pick those moments back up at a discount or something like that. So that's how it's all done, right? So again, for you collectors out there, whether you're collecting rares or whether you're collecting common moments, you can do this and you can trade up into rare moments. And it's something that I've been doing. You don't have to do it, but there are moments out there that you can buy and see them grow over time, and then have your eye on stuff that you just really want to hold long term, which is what I did with Devin Booker and what I did with Donovan Mitchell and what I did with both of my LeBron James. And I think that's the main reason why my account value has doubled since I completed the LeBron James MGLE challenge. Really, like I said, with only putting a couple $100 of Dapper into my account. So I hope this was helpful for you. Please subscribe for more videos like this. I am, just wanting to help people grow. It was really tough for me to see my account value down 50% after being so bullish on Top Shot, but I stuck with it. I think you could stick with it too. And yeah, it's just, about staying persistent, making smarter buys. Obviously, this isn't any financial advice or anything like that, but just wanted to show you how I built up my account over the past couple months and why it's turned out so well. I mean, a lot of the tide of the market has gone up anyways, but I think 50% going up 100%, doubling rather, is not very common. So, and I think it's because I've made these smart moves on Dapper. So let me know what you think. Again, please subscribe, comment, and like. I'm done with this video. Tomorrow, I'll have another video where I'll be giving away a Manuel Quickly rookie and a Kyrie Irving Series 2 common. And I'm excited to do that. I do giveaways once a week. So again, thanks again for subscribing, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.